Now, one of my presents on this day was being able to witness something relatively amazing. Now, I'm going to keep just about everybody in this story nameless because I didn't really don't have permission necessarily to tell the whole story. But one of them I'm going to tell you is a guy named Jeff. And Jeff has come on this show before. And his background, he's got a military intelligence type of a background. I'm going to leave it at that. But occasionally he'll reach out to me and say, I need a little help getting the word out on something. A couple months ago, he had reached out to us and he had started a GoFundMe page because there was a young man, teenager, who was having seizures. And this guy Jeff was trying to get money together to get one of those highly trained seizure dogs. We weren't successful raising the money because GoFundMe, even though we've used it before in the past, sometimes it has a negative stereotype to it. And sometimes if people don't know all the players that are involved, it becomes hard to raise money through that. And I totally get that. And, we may use GoFundMe again for our next endeavor, which would be the basketball thing. But, again, in the end, this Jeff guy decided he's just going to buy the dog. And they gave him a great deal on the dog. Had been in contact with the family and decided to surprise the kid because the kid knew he was potentially going to get a friend but didn't know when or how or any of this stuff. So the dog was in Texas. That's where the trainer was. The dog was it's where he came from. And so he was in Texas. And so Jeff had said to me, I'm going to surprise him at Flanders Fish Market. I'm going to tell him they're coming for lunch and I'm going to surprise him with the dog. And he wanted me to go because he says, I helped him. I said, I didn't do anything. We didn't raise any money for you. I feel terrible about that. He says, no. The effort was there and all that. So I said, okay. And I went. Me and my wife actually went. And I show her. Anyway, I turn the corner to go into the Flanders Fish Market, and there's, he's got the dog and the handler in another room, and I got to tell you a story about, it's not the handler, but the transporter in a second. But I turn the corner, and it's literally, it's a white golden, looks exactly like Ozzy. Spitting image, a little bit thinner, but spitting image. So I'm already on my birthday knocked away by this incredible surprise that I get a chance to just pet and hang out with this one dog name. His name is Leo, by the way. So anyway, I'm petting Leo and talking to him, and we find out that this handler in Texas was trying to transport Leo, going to travel with Leo on a plane, American Airlines plane. And American Airlines refused him access to the plane. They said, no, you can't come on. You're not the one disabled. You cannot come on with this guy on, with a service dog. Maybe one of the nicest dogs I've ever met in my life, by the way. Sport animal. They won't let this highly trained dog on an American Airlines plane. And I'm going to get to that somewhere along the line. We don't have time today. But we're going to figure out how to broach that subject with American Airlines. So this guy, and again, I can't give you much information about this guy because he is still military. And I don't want to put his job at jeopardy. But this man who is down in Texas, a friend of my friend Jeff, made a decision. Instead of blowing this kid's surprise that Jeff had worked so hard for, this guy down in Texas put Leo in the car and drove here 25 hours. Got to Connecticut a few hours before the meeting. I found that amazing that someone would do that. So I got a chance to witness that interaction between the two of them. The initial meeting, a kid, when he first sees the dog, was a little taken back, not really sure what to expect. I wasn't sure what to expect, right, from that encounter. But the grandmother was there, and she was over the moon appreciative. The parents were there, and people were crying as you would think. You get this young boy who's fighting essentially a life-threatening illness, these seizures. And this guy who really just decides this is the family he wants to helps by giving them a dog, highly trained dog that can sense when seizures are coming. I just thought it was an amazing thing, and I got a chance to see that on Saturday. And I know I'm leaving a lot out of this story because I'm trying to protect the innocent, because the people that are involved don't want that kind of recognition. It made me it made me really rethink, in some cases, humanity. When you're going out of your way to try to improve somebody's life at great cost to yourself, great emotional stress to yourself, while your own world is in chaos as well. Everybody's world every day is in chaos. So is this guy's. He's figured out a way to get this young kid this dog. Now I hope that the friendship between the two of them is forever, and I hope that the kid is around for a long, long time, and I certainly hope that Leo is his best buddy for the next 12, 15 years, however long Leo is fortunate enough to be around. And of course, I hope the young boy ends up living to be 100. That would be a fantastic ending to the story. But I wanted to share that with you, because that's what I did during the day on Saturday.